I've learned from that. Being inside the ring, did you when you became a fighter, you knew your career was over? Did you in between? Did you have aspirations of becoming a trainer, or did you? Someone said you should be a trainer.
Never did, man. It's funny the way that happened because at 26, when I had my last professional fight, my my plans were just to forget about boxing. I hated boxing, honestly. I hated boxing. The last couple of fights that I had, I didn't even want to be in the ring. I did it because everybody around, you can still fight, you can still become a champion again. I really didn't want to anymore. I didn't want to. I was sick of it. I was tired of the sport. So I decided to retire and never again have anything to do with boxing. But a few years went by, and I started volunteering, helping out with the kids in the gym right there in Oxnard, the gym that my dad was running. We I started helping out, and then little by little, my dad told me, why don't you try to train this two professional fighters? At that time, they were very good friends of mine, but they're still good friends of mine, and they were fighting professional. So
Who were they?
Felipe Campa and Arturo Barraza Ganso. They were they're still my really good friends, and I started doing it. But the thing that I loved was the travel. Because I traveled throughout the world in the amateurs and as a professional fighter. My first three fights were in Japan, but I never enjoyed the traveling because we were always making weight. After the fight, next day in the morning, you fly back home. So I never really enjoyed it. But when I started doing that with my two friends, it was like, damn, it's something new to me. I'd go out, I didn't have to go to bed. I could go have a drink, meet people, stuff like that. So that's why I started doing it. I never thought I would be in this position where I've trained or made 9 world champions. I never really thought I'd be in this position.
So you're not predicting the future. You're just saying.
Look, in boxing, I don't like to. I'm very confident about it. I'm very confident about it, but no, there's no, there's nothing that guarantees me this. I will have my 10th world champion, and I'm hoping that is this Saturday because I'm very confident about it. Uh, One day, I'm sure I'll be up in 15, maybe even 20 one day. But I that's one thing I hate to do. I don't like predicting it, but I do feel very confident that we could pull this one off.
Robert, you always tell me you don't care about getting trainer of the year anymore. But who do you think stood out this year?
This year, honestly, look. I know if we get this win, it'll be a huge win. But besides that, Mikey came back, and Alex Bostic had 3 good fights on pay-per-view and looked very good. So, I think that's doing a good job. But I honestly believe that Manny Robles accomplished 2 world champions, and they're really good fighters, really good names. So I really believe he could be the one that gets trainer of the year. Roach is also in a good position. Manny Pacquiao had 2 good wins, and if they win this Saturday, it's also another one that's up for the run. But I really believe Manny Robles deserves it because you know made 2 world champions, and Valdez is a hell of a fighter. He's made him into a great world champion. Now he's doing the same thing with Jesse Magdaleno. So I really believe Manny Robles could be or should be trainer of the year.
Have you gotten your credit, Robert? You think?
Huh?
You think you got your credit throughout the years? Or do you think you
You know that does, what I've learned is when they do you know a poll, like I believe Ring Magazine does it. They let the fans pick. I've won them 3 or 4 times, but the whatever the other ones are out of the Boxing Writers Association, I think it's mostly politics. I think it's mostly who's involved and who you know. When I was really disappointed is when one year I had a really good year, and one of the persons that's part of that organization, I don't really know if it's called an organization or whatever it is, told me, look, Robert, I really thought it was you, but I asked the main guy. I don't even know who the main guy is either, and they said, oh no, those are the guys that made fun of Freddie Roach. So should that be the reason? You know what I mean? It's all about politics, and I really don't care if I ever get it again. My fighters are happy, and my team is happy. I still get nothing but love from you guys, reporters, and fans. That's what matters to me and my team.
Okay. Okay. Last question, Rob. What did Robert Garcia do with that Mayweather money?
You know, look, I invested my money. Look,
We can tell.
look, my dad, even though he never went to school, he never had any people backing him up. He always thought about investing and buying properties, and that's his retirement for him. He owns a few houses, lives in one, and lives off his rent money. So since Mikey started making money, that's the first thing he told Mikey to start doing that. And then in the Riverside area, it's a lot cheaper. So we're able to do it a little bit easier. That's the reason my dad moved to Riverside. That's the reason for his retirement. He sold his houses in Oxnard and bought like 7 houses in Riverside. So he lives in one and rents the other one. And my Dana had great paydays. Brandon also had some nice paydays. So that's what I did. I bought a few properties and live in one and rent out the other ones. And this is probably just the beginning. We could do a lot more than that. Because I graduated high school, but I'm not. I can't say I could invest my money in other things, which I know nothing about. Real estate is probably the easiest way.
Your story is a microcosm of Oscar De La Hoya holding those 2 flags in the Olympics. We had the Mexican flag and the American
We're so proud of him. He was representing it. He was representing. I know he was representing the USA, and he's proud of it. But he's also proud of being Mexican. Thank you.
Ready?
Yeah.
How you doing?
Daddy, what's going on?
Hey, Fred.
Pleasure as always.
How you feeling with this fight, Freddie? Fight this year.
It's a big fight. It's I really like the whole show actually. Because I do have Lenny Zapp on the show also in Abner. And it's gonna be busy. It'll be a good night. But there's a couple great matches. There's 3 good matchups on top of very good fights on the show. So it's exciting to be on big shows like this.
This fight was supposed to happen before, and now it's happening now. The thing that changed was you in the corner now. Robert, does that really change the dynamic of the fight? Do you feel it changed, and how do you feel going head up with Robert?
Well, I'm sure we're both just trying to do the best we can and not, be the ordinary person like the same guy who fought last time, making adjustments and so forth. And my guys doing really well. I'm working on him shortening his combinations up and not being so big and so wide. And just trying to knock people out. I'm trying to get him to set things up behind the jab and control the ring, and it's been working really well. And he's a very good student. He likes to learn, and he picks things up very quickly. And we've had a good camp. I mean, again, the fight's been canceled 3 or 4 times now, and a couple of times I said, do I send him home? Let him go home for a week and just take a break because I don't want to burn him out. And then his wife just don't let him go home. But the thing is, but then we did finally have to go. I had to let him go back to get a stamp on his passport and make sure everything's okay there. So, but we've had great training for this fight. We've had a long training camp. Again, when the fights were postponed for a little while and new dates and so forth, we made adjustments on the workouts, and so a couple of days off here, every other day for a while, and then when the fight was rescheduled, then we're back to a full camp. So we've gotten to know each other quite well. I've had a lot of time to spend with him. I think he's learned a lot. I think he'll carry that into the fight with him, and he just won't go out there just trying to look for a knockout.
Everybody thinks that, right?
Well, everyone thinks he's a good puncher and so forth. And I told him, I said, just let it happen. I said, if you force it, it will never happen. So I said, you're in there with a good opponent. He's an experienced fighter. Has a lot of good fights under his belt. He's fought punches before. He knows how to handle it. And if he moves, we'll cut the ring off and make that smaller and set traps for him. And if he tries to come forward, I want my guy to show me his power right away and show him what the boss is.
Some say Robert Garcia has a special sauce in his fight because he's had Cuellar. Speak to that.
I don't know what the relationship is. I don't really know how long they were together. I heard that during these training camps that he had gone to Florida for another trainer and so forth. I don't know how well they were really getting along. But, I don't really worry about the other side so much. I know my guy's ready for a hard 12-round fight.
So that's all I'm asking you. Robert Garcia has a special sauce in your fight because he's had 5 fights.
Oh, yes.
4 defenses, 4 times.
Yeah, he does. I mean, he does know me well and so forth. And, and try to improve my fight a lot and so forth. And he said he never learned anything over there, but every day he learns in my gym. So he's very happy where he's at right now. And I don't think I just don't think he's the same guy that Roberts used to see him. And I think he's improved a lot in a lot of different areas, and I think he'll show in the fight.
So you're predicting more dexterity from Cuellar, more flexibility.
Yeah, better angles, with the punches, not so big with him. Just looking for knockouts too many times, and I thought, just let it happen. Work behind your jab a little bit. He has a good jab, but he's a throw that much. I mean, because he's always looking for the home run. So not looking for the home run, and going out there and breaking this guy down.
If Abner is from the bottom, which quite possibly may happen if he gets hit with a stiff jab or sharp left hand. What's the game plan then if Abner just?
Hey, I think he's gonna box boxers. Yeah, so we have to put pressure on him. We have to keep him close to the ropes. We have to set some ropes in the corners and so forth. We're well prepared for that. We did prepare for him maybe coming at us also, trying to maybe catch him early and so forth. And I want him to show his power right away, because I think if we can get him to box and move and so forth, he can't win the fight moving away. It was a good fight. I think I thought Kovalev won the fight, but he got a little tired at the end though, and Ward did win some of those rounds. But I think he lost too many of the earlier rounds to get to it. So I gave the fight to Kovalev. But, I always leave room for someone to come back. It's not good to do. So. Well, yeah, I don't know how long his contract with UFC is, but they will never let his fighter fight a boxer in a boxing match. Because I've tried that before. I went to Ari Emanuel, who's a friend of mine, and used to be first guys I've met here. I remember when he was in the duplex, and he was just an ordinary guy. And now he's a real big shot now. He calls out big shots now, and he represents UFC. And I know that, so I went to his office to talk about a fight one time, and he told me, Freddie, that will never happen in our lifetime. And I don't think it will ever happen. MMA fighter fights in boxing rules, the boxer wins. If it's vice versa, rules, they win. It's 2 completely different sports. You can't really compare the 2. He can punch a little bit, yes. I mean, but can he punch as good as Mayweather or Paulie Malignaggi. I mean, maybe he'll go against a guy that can't punch that hard. But
Holly told me he thinks he knocked him out.
well,
Whenever he wanted to.
yeah, well, you shouldn't say you should knock anybody out. I mean, let's face it, he's only knocked out like 3 guys, maybe 6. But anyway, he's not accomplished. Mayweather came to my gym. He said, "Freddie, I'm gonna fight this guy McGregor." And he says, if you get a chance to train him, take that job because the fight's gonna happen. You'll make a lot of money. And I says, I would need 5 years to get him ready to fight. Wow. And so he laughed at me, but it's true. I mean, for him to get ready to fight Mayweather, come on, that's a difficult style. I mean, probably one of the best boxers in the world today. I mean, he's not like a risk taker anymore. He's not the most exciting guy in the world, but he's still a great boxer. And this guy can't fight. He can't beat guys like that, in my opinion.
Would you still want to see it?
Oh, I'd love to see it. Yeah, I mean, he's fun to watch. He's a character. He's again, he's not a good fighter. So he'll let his hands go and so forth, and he's a little wild and so forth. But as far as boxing wise, I mean, supposedly he went to Wild Card West and boxed with Chris Van Heerden. And Van Heerden told me, he says, "Fucking, I killed him." So, but I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know. Chris Van Heerden is tough kid, good boxer, but I just don't think that he's in that class of boxing. He's put himself at a very, very high level. I mean, I think he's more of a 4-round fighter at this point. Well, yeah, I think Mikey can get away with saying that because Mikey, I think, will kick his ass. So I agree.
Do you think there's any fighter that McGregor could actually beat body-wise?
It's out there. I mean, we've talked about before. Nobody ever knows, though. Yes. Crawford has a better chance. Lomachenko said that he wants to fight at 130 and he wants 1 year to get ready for the fight. I said, you want a whole year to get ready for a fight? I think that's a very nice way to say you don't want to fight. I mean, that's impossible. That's impossible. We may end up with that fight, and it's a very, very difficult fight. I know Crawford's a very good fighter. He can move. He's a good boxer. He's maybe like a young Mayweather, I feel, but he's a little better puncher than Mayweather. He's a dangerous guy, but that could be our next fight because, I mean, if we don't get a rematch with Mayweather and so forth, that's the road we might have to take because we still want to be on top of the game. We can't just fight stiffs, and we have to fight the best guys out there. Well, I like Alvarez a little bit better, but the thing is, like, can I put a cap on how much he gains after the weigh-in? That's the key. I mean, like IBF rule, 10 pounds, stuff like that. I mean, because I'm really not worried about what he's going into at the weigh-in. I'm worried about how much he puts on, how much better he is than Manny, you know? Well, you know, by fight time, this guy's a light heavyweight for my sakes. I'd rather 47, of course. But the thing is, you know, we're going to have to maybe have a catch weight or deal with it that way. But, you know, I think that's the issue that maybe keeping that fight from not happening right away. But I'm sure that Golden Boy and Top Rank would both love to have that fight because I think it's a very competitive fight. Yeah, Garcia's always been on my mind. I always liked that fight from Manny. Thurman, I haven't really seen enough of him, but I mean, you know, again, when Manny comes back, we don't get Mayweather. We just can't go out there and fight some bum. We want to fight real fights, and we want to stay on top. I mean, if Manny's not capable of being on top right now, I tell him to retire. Who?
Joe Horn.
I don't know him.
Please.
Thank you.
Freddie, as always.
Gregor.
Oh yeah, that's going viral.
Everybody wants to do it. Everybody wants to.
No, we know. That's my motive. That's my motive. You know that already. You know that already. You know the game plan. Okay. Okay.
I like pass out.
That's it.
Whoever.
So where do I get the? Where do I get the?
All right, goes.
Yo, when he said that body thing, everybody laughed.
Hell no.
Right there, it's up there.
Now just put it on top of this so you can see the comments because this is delayed.
Oh, all right. Where's the top one?
Oh, Richard's down.
Let's go get that. Let's go get that.
Now just put it on this because this is delayed.
Why would it be?
Right everywhere.
You guys are fighters. Face off. Charity bout. Oh wow! Oh wow! Let it be Crawford versus Postal.
Hi. I was tired.
No, you're still good looking.
Thank you. Hi. I was tired. We're gonna do the same thing, half and half.
I'm gonna stay over there with Ronnie. I'll stay here with Breadman. We're about to get Breadman, Julian West. Where do I sit at? Right there. Oh, all four of them in the picture. He ain't that ugly.
You would lighten up the laptop.
Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. But I still have to put everything too. Exactly. What's that hoodie though?
No, it's not. That's
That's what I'm saying. It's a really light laptop, so I love it. We're getting J Rock over here. This ain't J Rock time on that. It's gonna be sold out. And it's gonna be you're introducing yourself. Sold out. We're getting J Rock over here. Be sold out. Everybody's at the wrong side. I said maybe we should get.
You're not recording, are you?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Sorry.
sorry.
John David Jackson. Yeah. He's fighting.
It's a big fight that a lot of people have been waiting for. That fight. It's about all year fighting. What's your thoughts about it? Either.
Well, we're fighting Jamal. Wasn't a long time ago. We were ready for this fight. But unfortunately, kind of took a little bit longer than we thought to come into fruition. But had a great chance. I know Jamal is a former fighter. I'm expecting a great fight. I really am. I think it's really difficult to beat an undefeated fighter that does not know how to lose. We have a task, a big task in front of us, but he'll be the third undefeated guy that you fought. So he's being up under that kind of stress, fighting a man that's very tough to convince them. Once guys become relegated to losing, it's easier to beat them. They kind of submit a little bit quicker in each progressive fight. But in this case, you got a kid that doesn't know how to lose, so it takes a lot of convincing. So I think it's going to be a hell of a fight, but Julian Williams is going to win this fight Saturday. Actually, I did. I wasn't training him at the time, but ironically, I knew Julian since 2007, and I used to work at the shelter. It's unbelievable, and unfortunately, those are the circumstances. I met him. I was having a fight party for Floyd Mayweather. Ricky Hatch, and we became friends. And then I started training in 2010.
Okay, he was just there, one of the guys there. Yeah. So he found out he was trying to figure out.
Well, I knew it when he came in. Yeah, I know. I would attend some of his amateur fights, and then when he played Tom Pro, we got a relationship outside of boxing. Then I started with him, and
he told you the story.
Yes, I kind of knew it, even after it wasn't like a revelation. He kind of just, it kind of happened organically. As you get to know somebody and as you're around them, you kind of learn different things about them, and you just started talking. But it actually, a lot of things came up through boxing because I would ask him, I said, man, how did you win nationals as good as you are? Jesus, I thought he was the best amateur this year. And I was saying, how long did you run? And what kind of diet do you? Man, I just take laxatives. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Take laxatives to lose weight, kill yourself on it. That's one of the reasons why I believe in him so much early, and while I took him on training, because I said, man, 77 and 10 as an amateur taking laxatives to lose weight, you're ruining a lot in the stomach. So when you do that, it decreases your energy level. So I said to myself, man, this kid has a big upside. If I could just get him to buy into a diet, buy into doing things the right way, he could be a world champion. And I believe he was going to be a world champion before he did. But But I heard that, so that's how the story came up about the homelessness and they were tapping. He would work at McDonald's or different places, and that would be his diet. And this was a national level fighter. I ranked #3 in the country on the McDonald's diet. So I always just kept in the back of my mind that he had unbelievable upside. And regardless of what was going on and what people were saying, that's just, I trust my eyes more than I trust anybody else's. So that's what I believe.
Obviously, you got to know how to fight. We don't want to think it's based on what he had to go through those plays, anger and violence, emotion.
I definitely think that he has a hidden anger. He's a little introverted. Man, I'm a very similar, certain things that we just don't talk about. Can't get him prepared for the funeral when his mom passed away. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I hugged him. I told him I would help him with the funeral arrangements because obviously he was a young guy. He didn't know how to call the funeral home and do these different things. And I had some family friends that called the funeral home, and I helped him out, But it wasn't a long, drawn-out topic. And to do this for your mom every day. And I said, man, this is, because I've been through something similar like that with my grandfather, going through something much earlier in my life. And I just reminded that we never talked about it in the media. He never tried to get like special attention or nope. Really nobody knew how. And I called him and said, do you want to pull out a fight? And he said no. And it almost made me sad because I'm not very nice to him in training. You know what I'm saying? And it was a situation where I got a kid whose mother is dead, but I gotta still train them. I mean, it's not nice, You gotta say certain things to a guy that I probably can't say here. You gotta do certain things. You gotta be up 5 o'clock in the morning. It's I don't like to use the word animal, but that's where you're going. You're in a place. You're trying to hurt a man. You know what I mean? So it's not nice. We don't hug and kiss, but at the same time, he lost his mom. And I remember being out the track and sweat. I was like, shit. It was rough on me, but we never talked about it. We never complained. It's dope. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, I just asked J Rock too, and now it's coming to fruition. I said, some people say Charles better at this, J Rock's better at that, but there's something about J Rock in the ring that looks like his determination is just, what I mean? It seems like it's beyond.
You know what? That's all you guys' opinion, and I respect it. I try to be a very humble man, but he's not better than Julian at anything. That's just what y'all say from outside. No, I'm not attacking anybody in general. The people that want to break everything down and look at everything in my niche, he's not better than Julian at anything. I'm not conceding anything. He don't have a better jab. He don't punch harder. He's not faster. And y'all can quote me on it. He's not better than him at nothing. And in determination, it comes down to a point of who's really willing to lose their life in the ring. I already know who's going to be willing to lose their life in the ring. But he's not better than him at anything. Nothing. Not just determination. Julian is the more skilled fighter, and he has more on the inside. And he's going to show y'all Saturday night.
You said that it was tough when you had to be like a tough trainer and you were going through yourself. There's all kinds of training modes. Some trainers take the whip, some give them the voice and carry. What made you from the beginning decide that Julian was the guy who would respond most to the kind of training where it's, the kind of training where you're constantly bumping against women, pushing?
Here is the thing. He wasn't used to having somebody monitor everything he does. So, I wanted to be there to make sure that how fast he runs his miles, how fast he runs his 400s, how fast he runs his sprints, how many different repetitions can he do, So he really a kid that was used to structure, So it was either going to be my way or no way, and I meant that. but he gave me a speech. He's like a real mature guy. About 5 years ago, he told me, he said, "Steve, I don't have a college degree. I'm all in the boxing. This is all I can do." And that was his way of telling me, like, listen, you got it. And I know he don't like it. I know he don't like to see me 5 o'clock in the morning. That shit's hard, man. And it's like 20 degrees in the morning. It takes our car long to pull up. It's not easy, but he does it.
So you're as customized to Tyson.
I don't know, man. Y'all got to ask him that question. I'm just.
It seems to work. He seems to like it. Otherwise, we'd be here with him. So.
You know what? I don't know if he likes it. I just know he just deals with it. It's one thing to like it. I don't think he likes it. Yes. I don't think that he likes to train. He wasn't a fighter. He would be. He always tells me that he would be like a 200-pound chubby guy if he wasn't a boxer. I don't know, man. Sometimes, it's just things that just happen. Sometimes it just like God's will. I really don't.
If I may interject, it seemed like you're protective of him, like by how you responded to the question I asked you in the story that you just told him. So this is beyond boxing. Can you speak to the relationship of you guys outside the gym, outside the myths, outside the track?
Well, he has a father, so I don't never like to say that I'm a father figure to him because I like his dad and he got a great relationship. I'm his friend, I'm older than him. He's 26 and I'm 40. So we're friends, but I've been through things that he's trying to go through, so I teach him how to invest. I teach him about credit, taxes, just small things that you would teach like a little brother to. As far as boxing, I really don't have to be protective of him because he can fight. He can fight his ass off. It's just that he's just been overlooked. Why? I don't know. So I don't know if the word is protective, but it's like I feel that he's been slighted, and I know that it bothers him.
And you're writing that wrong.
Yes.
Or avoided.
Both. He's been overlooked and he's been avoided. But he's going to knock Jamal out Saturday night. And then everybody's going to make up a reason on why he didn't get to this position early.
Thank you. Lisa's on a roll with the monologue.
Lisa's on one today.
It's a one-liner.
Yeah, don't get Roach in trouble, bro.
Possible at this point.
I got that from when I did my addiction video. I picked boy. Back out around 4. Yeah. Millions of views. And even on the
He's cool.
What's the Japanese?
Oh, I got it. Cool. Yeah. I went to a baseball. Oh. I was in Japan when this was going on.
Yeah. That's what I'm asking. I can tell it's Japanese.
Oh, okay,
What it is.
I was in Japan. I don't know. It's homogeneous. Growing up in New York and LA, I embraced that culture a great deal. I'm like, Asian.
What's up, Doctor?
Good.
Let's get the elephant out the room.
Like I'm in jail.
You're the one who chose to go.
This is true. I wear black images. I don't know.
Can you speak to why the fight was delayed? Just so we can.
Oh my God.
I know you got to answer. I know.
They go back 2 years ago. 2 years before, actually before I heard that. And, you know, we do all our medicals and everything, and we do an exam, and they rejected the exam. So we said, okay, so I got to bring Jamal out here. We can do the exam with their commission. Turned out the same exam we did in Houston, it's the same thing here in LA. They say, no problem, you got no problem. Okay, why you rejected that? I don't know. So then we fought out here again, exact same thing. Fly back out here again, do exam before. And I said, okay, man, everything is good. So then we fought in Vegas. So they would not accept the exam from Houston. And think about it, I used 4 different ophthalmologists in this. 4 different ophthalmologists. They all found the same thing. The problem, I had to fly them out to Vegas a week before the fight. And same thing. You know, so I asked the doctor in Vegas, I said, man, do you think we should do like LASIK or whatever? He said, no, man. He said, he's a young guy. He shouldn't have to do that. Here, we keep coming back here. They keep rejecting his exam in Houston. And I have to keep coming to you. You find the same thing that they find. He said, I don't know. He said, I don't know who's doing this. So then when we start Austin trial, same thing. They send me, we got to redo the exam. Okay, we do the exam. Normally for everybody else, wherever you fight, I mean, this exam is good for the calendar year, but not for Jamal. And it's only Jamal. I don't know why. So we did the exam, we sent it to Vegas, got it back. They called me up, say, you got to go to Vegas to do the exam. So I said, look, man, they disrupted my training. So 2 weeks before the trial, I took it to Vegas. Same commission doctor. He said, why are you here? They doing the same thing over and over. So I told you, boy, I said, look, after this fight, man, you just go and get the laser surgery done and be done with it. Then that way we don't have to worry about every fight. We got to go out a week or 2 before, do their exam, and then come back and do the same thing. I said, man, you know, and he got sick of it at the time. So yeah, so I called Tom Brown. Yeah. In touch with IBM, see what kind of exam you're giving us, so Jamal can go ahead and do this exam. I mean, it's just eye procedure and get it done. And I said, he's just going to go with basic LASIK, and that's it. We're going to do that. So the IBM came back. They sent us all the paperwork that we had to fill out. We did that. Went to the doctor. Got the exam done. I mean, got the surgery done. Sent all the paperwork back, and they say, look, you know what? The doctor said, look, 2 to 3 months, we need for everything to heal up the breast.
What separates Charlo?
I just, they're the young guys, they're both are really good. They both can fight. But I just think the will to win. You know, I've been knowing Jamal since I'm 8 years old. And I don't know about you. I'm sure he has a great win. But, you know, Jamal showed it over and over and over. Not only in his fights, but in the gym also. And to me, that separates that separates what I've seen of J-Rock and from what I've seen of Jamal.
What's going to be different? First of all, how was camp? Because obviously you guys stopped camp. How was camp?
Oh, camp was great. You know, it was. Started camp, first was going to fight in October, then all of a sudden, December, and all I hear is, oh, Charlo's scared. Charlo is not a Charlo is not the idea. You know, when the IBL told TTV, hey, this is when you have to go, that's what it's done. So we sit back and all we read is that, oh, Charlo is scared. I mean, why would a guy, champion of the world, be scared to fight him? I don't understand. Huh?
There's 5 belts, 6 belts in every division. That's the reason why. I'm not sure guys wanted them. I'm just saying some belts are real.
That's good, Joe.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Middleweight champion of the world. And he's gonna go also middleweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
Ronnie, that's a really biased question.
Right.
You know, J-Rock's coming out of Philly. A lot of really good fighters in Philly. How all the good fighters in Philly have been in the ring with J-Rock's head. And there's been all Hughes, Texas, or anything like that. But who's some of the guys that Charlo's been in with that kind of say, hey, okay, this kid's got it all. So I know about his Philly background. I feel like this kid's proved himself at the conference tournament. Now he's a college football player. How did your guy get to, you know, as he's at now? Who the guys need to go through?
You know, back in Texas, man, you know, we have so many good fighters back there. Whether you know it or not, you know, we have a lot
No,
of
I want you to name
Texas.
some. I know. I'm ignorant.
No, I say whether you know it or not, I'm going to say it, but we have a lot of good fighters in Houston. But we have a lot of fighters that come to Texas too from all over. That Jamal used to spar when he was a young kid, Garcia Freddie Roach. Back then, Brothers was like 17, 18 and 0. And Jamal wasn't even professional yet. You know, but I was training Brothers. You know, and I mean, look, Jamal has fought with so many good guys that, you know, just, you know, he is the type of kid that he doesn't care what people think about him. He doesn't care about anything. But sparring with people doesn't make you a fighter. Because anybody can spar with somebody. But that doesn't make you a fighter. You know, what makes you is your will and your determination. So sparring, I mean, you can spar with anybody. I mean, Jamal sparred with a lot of good guys and a lot of bad fighters. Jamal sparred with Saki Obika. At the time, Saki was champion in 168 pounds. You know, and I mean, he's sparred with so many different guys, man. It just, you know, it doesn't matter who you spar with. You know, it matters what you when you get in the ring. He sparred a lot with Alexander Lara. You know, Lara to me. Oh, yeah, they went great. The thing about it is, you know, Lara is a little bit older, and before they even work together, you know, Lara helps him, showing them different things that he knows, and you know, and Lara helps all of the guys in the gym. Not so much because you know Lara understands. You know, he's taking English classes, so he understands a lot. You know, but in boxing, you know, boxers, we have our own boxing term. So everybody understands that language, you know. And but other than that, man, you know, that's all I can say. Yeah. Oh, bro, I mean, we bring in sport all the time. I mean, look, I work with a lot of different fighters all over. And we've always brought small fighters in. Never have we relied on somebody just being, you know, I mean, I could tell you a lot of fighters that he's fought with that you probably don't know. But yeah, but I'm saying, you know, what matters is it doesn't. Gym wars, you go to Mayweather for that. You go to his gym if you want to see gym wars. That's not learning. What you learning? What you learn how to fight, to bragging rights in the gym. You know, no, we teach boxing.
You mentioned champions not avoiding other champions. If it was up to you, since we have so many champions in different divisions, do you prefer 4 different champions? So that's 4 guys having a chance to hold a belt, or would you prefer that each division has 1 champion?
You know what? I tell you, man, I do prefer these 4 champions. And I tell you why. For me growing up watching boxing, you know, they always had 1 champion. Nobody really got to know anybody else unless you fought for the world championship. You know, back when Ali was champion, you know, you had 1 champion. And nobody knew all these other guys.
Frazier, Foreman, Shavers.
Right. heavyweights.
Yeah, well, that's
Name flyweights.
flyweight.
Yeah.
From the 70s.
Yeah.
I don't know. The lowest I can go probably 130.
Well, that's my
I don't know,
point.
average,
You make a name one or two, but you can't name a bunch of fighters. You know why? Because nobody knew them. Nobody ever,
Will anyone
only
remember the
only
three
if you
other
had
guys?
it, only if you had a name. People know you only if you have a name. So look, why it's confusing to a lot of people, a lot of boxing fans know who the champions are. But I prefer for because there's more opportunities for everybody. One
You get
champion.
some suckers.
And I understand that, but how are you, I'm a fighter, then, if you have 4 champions?
You ain't
do
gonna
you
have it.
care if it's
And
in
I
that-
don't. I don't care. Because you know what? The fighters have to fight. Boxing is a business like football, basketball, baseball. Boxing and that they don't want to compare boxing to that because they all feel the same way. Well, it should be one champion. But you know what? All of these guys, they can't play football, basketball, baseball. They can't, a lot of people didn't go to college, you know. And whose fault is that? It's not nobody else's fault but yourself that you can't really do anything else. So boxing is a sport, and you have to understand what this is all about. And know that there's an opportunity to feed his family, to do everything. And if you only have one champion, you know how long that line is going to be before you even get a chance to get a title shot?
I just one last question on this one. This is very interesting. So how do you feel about the fighters such as Triple G or Kovalev before, who really want to unify division? Because you said all boxers need a chance.
Yeah.
So if you won 2 belts, if you won 3 belts, and you desperately want to prove to the world that you are the #1 fighter in that division, how do you feel about them?
No, I've been saying all along that the best fighters should always fight the best fighters. That can happen right now because you have, I just say like right now with Danny Jacobs, he got a subpar world championship, right? But he's the mandatory for Triple G. For what I understand, they're trying to make that happen. And it should happen because I think people will really want to see that. And look, I'm all for the best fighters fighting against each other. You're not going to ever see Cuellar and Triple G fight because of the weight difference. At least I don't think so.
Speak to that. What's the attributes that Jamal Charlo possesses that you believe J-Rock
Oh, man. Well, I think he possesses a lot. Again, I go back to the will. Jamal has a strong will. And I can only tell you because I know Jamal. He has a very strong will. Plus, he has power in both hands. And, and Jamal's a good boxer when he has to be. And look, when he has to put pressure, he is a very good boxer when he has to do that also. So, and you can't compare the guys that they have fought because they haven't had a similar opponent. So it's hard to say what a guy would do because styles make fights. And their styles are not really different, but I think some of the guys that J-Rock has fought, I think Jamal would knock him out. And vice versa.
So he has no power.
I think he has no power. But that's my opinion.
What does J-Rock possess that you have worked in the camp with Jamal to take away from during this fight?
Well, I tell you that this. I don't just look at one thing like I possess. I look at the whole picture. So that means, we work on everything. If we are, and let's just say Jamal get hit with a right hand. Okay, we work on how to get away from that. If you get with a hook, we work on how to get away from that and what to do behind that. So, we don't let no stone be unturned. We work on every single aspect of the game. And that's the way I train with everybody.
In fights these days, when you do have versus best, like we just talked about Ward, Kovalev, and they're rare, but they do happen.
Yes.
It seems to me the victors often are the ones whose corner was able to make an fight adjustment.
Yep.
And you had a lot of guys who were great trainers before a fight, but then during the fight, that's just not something that they can do. You feel like there's a difference in terms of what you're able to do with Jamal, where you can say, let's say, go to plan B or plan C. You have the ability sort of to, because of who he is, to move from whatever the initial idea is to another one.
Well, I tell you like this, that's a simple question for me because I was a fighter. And I know the ins and outs. And if I couldn't do that to help Jamal, I wouldn't be training. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, like this is why you train for so long. This is why from day one when I first started training him, I trained him for this kind of level. You know, we didn't just, you don't get to a level to start training a guy for this level. You start from here and you bring him up to here. Once you get to this level, then he has to know, okay, we worked on this in the gym. I know what to do. I got to counter here. I got to be first here. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to switch things up. I mean, everything is repetition. At the same time, you have to know this right away, because suppose he don't make it back to the corner for me to make an adjustment. So he has to know how to get back to the corner in order for me to make him that adjustment. That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy like everything else, man. Look, guys come in and they start making money in the sport. They do good on people watching them, so they figure, look, I can do whatever I want to do. But it's not just Canelo. Yoko does the same thing, and a few other guys do the same thing. I think that the powers that be are greedy because they let it happen for the money that they're making using the fighters. They really are using the fighters when they do that. So I think it's crazy, and I think a stop need to be put to it. But as long as these are boxing organizations, let them do that because of the money that they make, it's going to continue. It's not going to stop. And
So
nobody can stop.
You're cool with sanctioning bodies. You're not cool with sanctioning bodies, letting people catch weights, but you are cool with letting them do multiple title holders.
Absolutely, because look.
That's a very rare opinion. I'm not saying
No,
it's valid, but it's very rare.
right. It probably is a rare opinion. But at the same time, why would you let a guy who's a 160-pound champion fight somebody at 155? Well, why would you?
Spread the wealth, like you're arguing before. I'm with you. I don't want any titles that are fake. I also don't want catch weights. But I feel like they're connected. You're the only person I've ever spoken to who said, no. Catch weights are bullshit, but the multiple titles is okay. And I kind of feel like they're connected.
Well, it's not connected. I have connected. It's really simple. If you're a 154-pound champion, that's where you should be. 154. You shouldn't have to be at 155. Let's say, let's go. Okay, but okay, listen. If Triple G is the 160-pound champion, who's the 155-pound champion?
We all want Canelo versus.
No, but that's my point. Who's the 155-pound champion? Nobody. But look, when you sign for a fight, right? And you sign to be middleweight champion of the world. That's it.
I agree. I totally agree.
That's my point. I don't understand.
There should be one man at 160 who's the king, and everyone else should get in line. If Cotto, Canelo, they want to play 155, okay, make them number 3 at 160. Then that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I understand. But here's the thing, and it's hard. It's not hard for me to try to make you understand this, but if you got 1 million fighters at 160, everybody will, who's to say you may have a guy that's fighting undefeated guy after undefeated guy.
Well, I mean, I get you. I get where you're coming from.
But
You're a boxer
understand
and trainer, you-
understand this. Okay, most guys, most fights, most guys you see, they're either going to be on HBO or Showtime.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically, you know,
Yeah, sure.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Champions.
All right.
So if you got a guy that's not that good, they're not going to put him on. That's just simple as that.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, we gotta bring club shows back. That's another thing. I mean, like, I agree with you. There has to be a level there for those
club
guys.
shows
Yeah.
will always be around. You will always have them.
No, but like, real club shows, 50, 60 side club shows, like Garden with people.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
No, I agree. There should be a level.
And I would like to see that.
Yeah, economically, that'd be great for everyone. Anyway, I don't want to bring all the friendly.
So one question, since we're talking about the weights, historically, 147 and 160 have been glamour divisions, 154 not so much.
Right.
So since they're fighting for the 154-pound champion, in your opinion, historically, do you think fighters in that division need to be flexible and win titles in multiple divisions, or do you think it's okay just to stay at 154?
Well, I can only speak for my guy, basically, because look, this may be his last fight at 154. So because he's such a big guy, he may have to go up to 160. Unless a big fight comes at 154. I don't see him being at 154 no more. So look, you have so many guys at 154 that really probably supposed to be 160. You have 60 pounds that really supposed to be 68 pounds. That's it.
We're gonna do the face off now.
Okay. All right, right here.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Joey's still there. Really?
They rocking wheelchair. Got Ronnie Shields and Brittany over here. Right back
Okay,
here where I
where's
want to be.
Richard? Okay, never mind. There you go.
Wanna be.
Come on, there's
A little closer.
You want me to look at her mean or something?
Yes.
look.
Wait, one more.
Ronnie just
One
can't.
more. Still laughing. Come on.
Oh,
All right.
Okay, wait. Can you actually do one more?
Pick it up.
One more real face off. Woo!
All right, guys. We'll announce the winner tomorrow for the tickets. Don't worry, we'll announce it. We will announce the winner for the tickets. We gotta go though.